What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Baltmatrix here, and today we are taking a look at Transformers Combiner Wars Deluxe Class Sunstreaker. This is the only repaint or retool of Breakdown from the Combiner Wars line. So far, as I said, the only one that I know of. The figure is actually really well done. I've got to say that Hasbro did a pretty darn good job with this figure. The yellows are all uniform, and if you've watched a bunch of my video reviews, you know that I have a real problem with Hasbro and not being able to paint yellow figures very well. But they've managed to get all of the yellow on this guy perfectly the same. I'm actually happy about that. Head sculpt is very good. The overall look of the figure is quite good. It even retains the original figure's exhaust pipes sticking off the back of the robot mode. Though it is a little bit chunky, that's just what we're going to have to deal with the Combiner Wars figures. Nothing I can really do about that, and it's not worth complaining about. His Combiner port and his weapon are both chromed, which I really do like. His weapon is the same as what Breakdown comes with, the gun sword motif, more of an automatic rifle with a giant sword attached to the bottom of it. Actually, with this barrel here, I think it might actually be like a rocket-propelled grenade launcher or something. Overall, though, figure is pretty good. The only issues I have to do with the hips here, which the original figure had issues with as well. Nothing I could really do about that. I wish they were a little tighter. Posability is good. Head is on a swivel. Or actually, it's on a ball joint, though it's very limited. Ball joint in the shoulder. Hinge at the, or I should say, a ratcheting swivel at the elbow that doesn't really ratchet. Ball joint just below that. Torso articulation, ball joint in the hips, swivel just above the, or I'm sorry, below the ball joint in the thigh, and a little bit of knee, or a lot of bit of knee articulation that is actually pretty tight, and a little bit of foot articulation thanks to the transformation. Sunstreaker's head sculpt is quite good and very reminiscent of his G1 version. It's not exact though, but it is close enough. I appreciate the paint apps there on the sides of the head, and the face and the eyes are painted excellently. Hasbro's really stepped up their game with painting the faces lately, and I do appreciate that greatly. Sunstreaker's transformation is pretty easy, but you do have to be careful of a few minor things. To start off with, we're going to fold up the arms on themselves, and then grab the shoulders and push them down. That will then free up the head area and the chest. So we'll flip up the chest, and then flip up the backpack, turn the head 180 degrees, and fold that whole section up and snap it into place underneath the front section of the car. Then we take the front windscreen and fold that down to snap everything into place. Then we come down to the legs, fold up the feet, fold up the heels to form the spoilers, and then flip up or hinge up the legs into place. And sometimes this is easier said than done, but sometimes you screw up and you just have to kind of wiggle things into place and curse profusely at your lack of foresight for forgetting how to transform the figure. So you really want to do the legs first before you do the upper torso. It just makes things a little bit easier. Unfortunately, I forgot that rule because breakout? Did I call him breakout before? Breakdown is probably one of the harder to transform. I think he was also the first Combiner Wars figure I had gotten a hold of. And yeah, as you can see, I'm just messing this up royally, but I'm getting there. So there we go. And we got him into his Lamborghini mode, which, now this Lamborghini mode is not the same as his original one, but it's close enough. And again, you could see that they did manage to paint the entire figure the same yellow. There is a little bit of thinness here on the hood because, well, I'm not sure how well that's showing up on camera, but you can see dark patches underneath. That's from the black of the head being right up against it. So there is a little bit of translucency going on here with the plastic. And the plastic as a whole just looks a little bit worse for wear. It looks scratched and dented and warped in certain places. And I think that's just because this thing was molded in yellow plastic, not painted. Overall, though, the alt mode looks quite good. Nice Autobot symbol here in the front, and nice windscreen. Overall, a solid alt mode. You can add a little bit of G1 authenticity to the figure by attaching the exhaust or engine manifold to the back of the spoiler via a peg on the finger, and that looks pretty good. This is the way I normally display it, minus the sword gun, though. So I'll pull that off. So yeah, I actually like it like this better. Sunstreaker is a perfectly good deluxe class figure and a wonderful homage to the original G1 figure. Now, if Hasbro and Takara would just bring us an actual masterpiece figure, I would be perfectly happy. But that's not this figure. This figure is just a deluxe class, and he's just fine. So gang, I hope you have enjoyed this video review. As always, I am Baltmatrix. Thanks for like, comment, and subscribe, and please be sure to stick around for my next video review.